Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you to this class of the Innovative Loom Company. This is a very small version of what we cover in classroom. This is ADA 101 or ADA 101. This is Introduction to Logic. If you want to know more about the Innovative Loom Company, there is another video that you need to watch. It's called Begin Here and explains the philosophy that we are following, our dual goal at the Innovative Loom Company as a school of software design here in Norcross. In this short video, as I say, we're going to talk about logic, and it's just an introduction, briefly talk about what is it, what are the benefits, how do we apply it. This is a requirement. This class is a requirement before you go into computational thinking and software design. This class will give you some of the foundations that you will need down the road if you continue with our classes. Because of the pandemic, of course, we currently we're not having classrooms, sessions in the classroom, but that may change soon at the end of August. So please be on the lookout for information about our classes. If you have taken some classes with us, you may be able to continue. If you want to explore our school, want to be one of our new students, you will be more than welcome with us. So this is what we're going to be talking about: Introduction to Logic. In this video is definitions and the benefits of logic. Then in the other videos that you will see soon available, ADA or ADA 102, we're going to talk about building arguments. And then on 103, we're going to talk about evaluating those arguments. So let us get started with some definitions. So what is logic? It may be a concept that it's difficult to define. We use that word freely in our daily life when we talk, and we say that's not logical or that is not following the rules of logic, and we use it freely, but we need a more precise definition. In this case, what we're going to say, the logic is a process to analyze or appreciate or evaluate, that's a key word right there, evaluate arguments. So logic is a whole set of rules and procedures and tools that help us to analyze or evaluate arguments to determine if those arguments are true or false. So that's logic. It sounds, if it sounds very formal, it's because it's very formal. There's a whole set of rules and procedures to appreciate, to analyze, to look at the nature of arguments with the goal of saying this argument is true or false. Now, of course, then the question it's raised: so what is an argument and what is true? The definition of truth is truth is a property, is a characteristic of something that makes it being in alignment with reality. In other words, something that is true, it's in alignment with the reality that we see in daily life. If it's not in agreement with reality, then it's not true, and then we can discard it. This is not true. But truth then is a characteristic of an object, a person, in this case, an argument that makes that argument to be in alignment with reality. That is a definition of truth. Now, what is an argument? Well, an argument, it's a set of reasons. An argument, as we say here in the screen, it's a group of, we can say, pieces of information that is presented with the idea of moving people into action or persuade people to accept it as true or false. So an argument is, we could say, it's almost like a phrase that I'm presenting. I build my argument. I'm saying, and I present it with words, and the idea of that argument, or the reason I'm making that argument, is to convince people that certain thing is true or certain thing is false, or to convince them to take action accordingly. In English, we consider an argument is also a discussion. We're arguing that is true, but in this case, what we're talking about, as you say here in the screen, is a set of reasons that have the idea of moving people into action or convincing people of certain things. So those are our 3 definitions that we need for this session. What is logic? Is this set of rules or procedures that help us to evaluate arguments to determine if they are valid, to determine if they are according to reality, to determine if they are true or false. Truth is this characteristic of everything or anything that shows that this item is in alignment with reality, and an argument is a set of reasons or a set of a set of reasons or pieces of information put together with the idea of convincing somebody or a group of people that certain things are true or false, or that certain action is required. For instance, let me move this to the next one. For instance, if we say, and you can put here your favorite movie, right? And you say, because Rogue One, you may know that movie from Star Wars, the Star Wars series, because Rogue One is the best movie ever, we all should go to watch it. That's an argument. Okay, I'll give you this. It's not very well put together. It's not well constructed, but it's an argument. And I'm presenting it to you with the idea of, one, convince you that this is the greatest movie ever, and two, that we must go to the movie theater and watch it. Now that I presented this argument, using logic, we can analyze it. We can break it into the different components and analyze each one of those components. We can evaluate each one of those components and then come back and say, yes, it is true. And because it's true, we must do this. Or no, it's false. Then we should not do this. Right? In this case, the question it will be presented is, how do you know that this is the best movie ever? What are the reasons? What are the pieces of evidence that show that this movie is the best movie ever? And once that is evaluated, then we look at the proposal that we all must go and watch this movie. Well, can we do that? Are we free? Doesn't mean that it's in the middle of the day. I need to finish my work first and then I can go and watch it. Or what about dinner? What about all this? Other ideas, other needs. And then we can say, okay, yeah, it is true that this movie is the best movie ever in the whole history of movies. That is true. But we should go and watch it right now. Nah, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to. Or we can say, even when it's not the best movie ever, there's enough merit on this movie as a source of entertainment that, yeah, we all can go and watch it. It will be worth going to the movie theater, have some popcorn, and watch the movie. So that is an argument, and that's the way logic works. We will learn in this class. We will learn, or in the next classes, how to put together an argument, how to put it together in the best way possible, how to evaluate it, and then how to proceed with the actions. So this is the definition. Now let's talk about the benefit. What are the benefits of studying logic? Because logic may sound too removed from daily life, right? It's too complicated, it's too complex, and is there really an application for me The only thing I want to do is design software, for instance, or the only thing I want to do is write code. What do I need logic for? Well, the first benefit of having some fundamentals, having some foundations of logic is the first one, as you see here on the screen, is that you're going to be able to present ideas in a clear way, that you are going to be able to put together an argument in a way that it will be easier to present to other individuals, maybe other members in your team, other coworkers. You will be able to elaborate and clearly present not your idea and the conclusion of that idea. Therefore, we should go and do this. That is the biggest benefit of knowing the basics of logic. The second benefit, because you are going to be able to present ideas clearly, then the possibility of conflict or the possibility of having this not very effective way of discussing things is reduced, because your argument is presented in a clear way, and it's going to be presented in such a way that evaluation of that argument is possible. Then conflict is reduced. There is not that much friction. There is not that waste. There's not that much waste of resources trying to argue within the team to determine what needs to be done. So you're going to be able to present ideas more clearly. The possibility of distraction or conflict is going to be reduced, and then you're going to be able to move your team towards action. See, it's a more effective way of discussing things. Discussion is necessary, and going back and forth is necessary, but conflict will be reduced. The amount of time that is going to be needed is going to be reduced to determine the validity of this argument, and then people can jump into, okay, let's get, let's do these things more quickly. So the whole process is going to be more efficient. You're going to be able to go from opinions and emotions to presenting arguments in a logical way, very well structured, and then action. If the argument is presented in a way and is evaluated correctly, then action will follow. So from emotions and opinions to good argumentation to action. That's the benefit. That's it. And it's a big benefit of knowing at least the basics of logic. Now, as you can see, and I'm sure you can see that the benefit of logic extends beyond the professional fields. This is not only good for arguing, for instance, if you're in a team of creatives, like you will be if you're interested in software design, you're going to be in a team and you're going to try to determine the best way to implement an idea using software, right? Using logic, you're going to be able to present your ideas, or you're going to be able to evaluate the ideas of others in the team more quickly, more efficiently, more effectively, and then action will follow. It will be not only, hey, I think we need to do this. That's my opinion, and I like it, and that's it. And that creates a big opportunity for conflict. But that reality, that utility of logic, as I said, is not limited to your professional field. It also applies to your daily life. If you're interacting with another member of your family, if you're a parent and you're talking to your kids, if you are presenting an idea for the whole family to participate, and maybe you want to convince them to do certain things. Well, you using what you're going to learn here is going to help you to present those ideas in a more in a clear way, more clearly than just going by your feelings or emotions or your opinions or your gut, and like say, I think we need to do this. Well, you're going to be able to present the evidence, and we're going to talk about that word in another session. So there are benefits not only in your professional field, there are benefits also in your daily life, which, by the way, that is the dual goal here at TILCo, the Innovative Loom Company. We're not only focused on helping you to grow professionally, it's our desire to see you grow also in your person, so and in your personal life, so that you may have an enriching life. That's what we say here at TILCo, at the Innovative Loom Company. We are pursuing the enrichment of life, and that's what you see with this dual application of logic. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. There are other two videos in this series of logic. Don't forget, if you need to learn more about our school, go and watch that Begin Here video that is available in our website. My name is Alex Villasana. I'm the chief instructor and founder of our school. Thank you so much, and I will see you later.